What is the closest you've ever come to dying? I've done 467 skydives in my life, but the one I remember the most is jump 212. It's hard to forget about a skydive when your main parachute doesn't work. I was training with my 4-man skydiving team in Southern California. It was a sunny day, with blue skies, and not a cloud in sight. We were doing 4-way relative work, where you complete as many acrobatics and formations as you can in 35 seconds. 4-way relative work is akin to a military drill team, with the exception that you're rocketing toward the ground at 120 miles per hour. My team exited the plane at 10,500 feet. The first half of the jump went well, and we completed 16 formations. At 3,000 feet, the break-off altitude, our audible altitude alarms beeped in our ears. We turned away from each other and flew across the sky in opposite directions. When I'd cleared my teammates' airspace, I deployed my parachute at 2,000 feet. I instantly knew something was wrong. Instead of my parachute opening overhead, it was horizontal to my body. The lines connecting to my parachute were twisted up, which is similar to a person spinning themselves around on a swing. I was plummeting toward the earth at 50 miles per hour. There was no way I could land my main parachute, but that's why you have a reserve. I looked at my altimeter, 1,500 feet. Every skydiver wears a backpack-style parachute. And below the shoulder harness, there's a handle on your right side that enables you to cut away your main parachute. But I'd never had an emergency before, and when I tried to pull the cutaway handle it wouldn't budge. A person never knows how they're going to react in a crisis situation until they're faced with one. How would I respond? Surprisingly, I didn't panic. I achieved a sense of calm I'd never experienced before. Everything slowed down, and I heard my skydiving instructor's voice. On your first cutaway the handle might stick, he'd once told me. So if that happens, try peeling the handle instead of pulling it. His words flashed through my mind in milliseconds. My main parachute disconnected, and I was back in free fall. I was at 900 feet, but I was safe. My family and friends always ask me if I have death wish, and I always tell them it's quite the opposite. Every time you jump out of the plane, I tell them, you're dead. And it's only by the decisions you make that you're able to survive. So whenever I pull my ripcord, I view it as an affirmation of life. And I'd never known how much I wanted to live until jump 212.